So what's something that could be described as dazzling, William?
Well, maybe a light show.
Yeah, a light show could be dazzling, right? Something that is bright and distracting. Sometimes jewelry. So jewelry could be very dazzling, right? If we see a diamond dazzling in the light. Good.
Yeah.
Nice job, William. Excellent. All right, Serena, your turn.
Fabric. The girls' towel and clothes are made out of fabric. What else can be made out of fabric?
Good. So what else is made of fabric?
A little bag.
A bag? Yes. So sometimes bags can be, or your toy. Good. Yeah, my chair. So I don't know if you can see my blue chair. This is a velvet fabric.
It's a bag.
Good. Excellent. Yes. Great job, Serena. Thank you. All right, Lucas, can you read our next vocabulary word?
It was greed that caused the boys to grab more cookies than they needed.
Good. And so what's the sentence, the question say?
What is an antonym for greed?
So remember what antonym means, Lucas?
Opposite?
So antonym, remember, is opposite. So what would be the opposite of being greedy or of greed?
Maybe like if not wanting.
So if somebody's always take, what would be the opposite of that? To
stop taking?
To stop taking, right? To give. So somebody who is greedy, the opposite of greedy would be generous. So a generous person is somebody who always wants to keep giving. That would be the opposite. So nice work, Lucas. All right, Calvin, we're back to you. Can you read our next vocabulary word up at the top?
Honest. Honest.
So Leo was honest.
Leo was honest and told his mom the truth about the broken window. What is a synonym for honest?
So what is another word that means honest? Can you think of one?
Honesty.
Honesty. So another word for honest, something that's similar, would be truthful. So somebody who tells the truth, right? To be truthful.
Okay.
Nice job, Calvin. William, can you read the second word?
Requested. This word is actually also in Worldly Wise. The customer requested service from the waiter. What is something you have requested?
Good.
Well, like something I've requested before is like maybe I've requested to download a certain app or something.
That's great. Yes, you need to request to download something. Good example.
Yeah.
Serena, can you read the third vocabulary word we have listed?
Soared. The seagull soared upward high over the ocean. What is a synonym for soared? Slide.
Good. Excellent. Nice job. All right. And Ella, can you read the last vocabulary word for us?
Shrug. The tired hikers shrugged slowly up the path. Describe a time you shrugged instead of walked quickly.
Was there ever a time where you were trotting along, not walking very fast, Ella? Ella, have you ever been to Disney World? Or Disneyland or an amusement park?
I've been to an amusement park.
Perfect. So were you really, really super excited and had all this energy when you entered the amusement park, but after all that walking, you started to trot along and got very tired? You didn't want to walk anymore?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So that would be where you're similar to the hikers. You're tired and you're just trotting along. Good. Excellent job, boys and girls. So now, boys and girls, what we can do for the next 2 minutes, actually, I'll give you 3 minutes. So a minute a question is if we go into our slides, and on this slide, you are going to choose 3 vocabulary words, okay? So any 3 vocabulary word you like, and you are going to write them in a question. Okay, so I'm gonna put our timer on now. And so we have 3 minutes, and each of us will have a turn to ask 1 question, and the class will answer. So just remember that your question must use one of our vocabulary words. Okay. So again, we had attracted, dazzling, fabric, greed, honest, requested, soared, and trotted. Okay, so take a look and take your time and think about 3 questions that you would like to ask the class using our vocabulary words. All right, so that's our timer, boys and girls. All right, William, would you like to read one of your sentences? Or sorry, one of your questions and have one of our classmates answer?
Have you ever soared through the sky in an airplane?
All right, boys and girls, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you have ever soared through the sky in an airplane. So I make them up. Wow, very cool. Yes, I know airplanes can be scary, but they can be really fun too.
Yeah.
Nice job, William. Good question. Ella, would you like to pick one of your questions and ask it to the class?
What attracted you before?
Oh, so what attracted you? So what attracted you to do what, Ella? So what could we have been attracted to? So maybe what attracted you to go to the grocery store? What attracted you to go to the mall? How can we specify that question? Do you want to try one more time, Ella? Ella, are you fixing it, or do you want us to come back?
I'm already done.
Okay, can you read it to the class?
Are bees more attracted to honey, or is bears more attracted to honey?
Oh, good. Excellent. I like how you specified and added details.
What attracted you to go to the playground?
Oh, what attracted you to go to the playground? I would have to say the swings would attract me to go to the playground. How about you, boys and girls? What would attract you to go to the playground?
Food truck.
Food truck?
Yeah.
William?
Also the swings and
The swings?
swings and sometimes the climbing structures.
Oh, the climbing structures. Yes, those are fun too. Excellent. Well, great questions, boys and girls. And I liked that you used our vocabulary words. So those are going to be what we call our sight words. Okay, so we are going to be looking for them as we read our story. So what is our story called, William? What's the title of our story?
Well,
So the
fisherman and the kaha bird.
Good, the fisherman and the kaha bird. And we need to remember, boys and girls, as we read, we're going to be looking for our sight words, and we're going to be thinking about the essential question, which is, what are some messages in animal stories? So if this is called the fisherman and the kaha bird, what do we predict this story will be about? Serena?
There's a kaha bird that got injured, and then a poor little fisherman that doesn't really have money still helped him because he was really nice, or she was. I think probably he was really nice.
Good, that's a great detailed prediction. Nice job, Serena. Calvin?
I think it's a fisherman with a kaha bird, and then he helped him, and then the kind and then the kind always comes back to some when you have something, and then I think it's that.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you. Pink will be another. All right. So see those little lines that I wrote? So somebody will be reading the green section, somebody will be reading the pink section, and somebody will be reading the purple section. Do I have a volunteer of who would like to read first? All right, Calvin, and then Will. Okay, so Calvin, you will read the green section. William, you will read our pink section, and then Lucas, you are going to be purple. Okay, and then the girls will read the next page. All right, Calvin, in a nice clear voice, I'm gonna get our spotlight on whenever you're ready.
Long ago, there lived an old fisherman who made his pitiful living of catching fish. The old man sat on the river bank, waiting, waiting for the fish to bite. Like he never had more than one or two small fish to sell at the market. He and his wife were always hungry.
Excellent, good reading.
Okay, so one morning the tired old fisherman trudged slowly to the river. Suddenly a great bird with bright, dazzling silver feathers settled on the tree above him. The delighted fisherman knew this was the magnificent kaha, a glittering bird that occasionally appeared to help the poor or the sick.
Excellent. Lucas?
I see you work for your little reward, the Kaha said. I wish to help. Every day I will bring a large fish to your house that you can sell at the market. The old man couldn't believe his luck. As the days passed, the honest Kaha kept her promise. The fisherman sold fish and came home with plenty of food. Soon he was bringing home clothing made from brightly colored silk fabric for his wife. At the market one day, the Shah's crier made an announcement: find the great Kaha for and receive a reward of 50 bags of gold.
Excellent. Good job. Good
Oh
reading,
my
boys.
God.
All right.
Please
So one thing I want to say that was so excellent about the writing in this story so far is all the detail, boys and girls. See how the writer described what the bird, the Kaha bird, looked like by saying a great bird with bright, dazzling silver feathers. So those are great descriptive words, right? We're describing what the bird looks like, okay? And another thing that was incorporated within this page is a problem. And what's the problem that the fisherman is facing? What's the new problem, Serena?
The new problem is that he wants 50 bags of gold, but the Kaha bird won't reward him anymore.
Right. So what do they, how is he going to get the 50 bags of gold? What does the fisherman have to do to get 50 bags of gold? Serena?
Like, catch the Kaha bird.
He has to catch the Kaha bird. But what has the Kaha bird been doing for the fisherman, Calvin?
What?
What has the Kaha bird been doing for the fisherman? What was he doing, or she?
Help the poor or the sick.
Good, yes, so he was helping the fisherman, right? So the Kaha bird was finding a fish every day for the fisherman to sell. So now our fisherman is in a bit of a problem. What do you think he's thinking in his head right now? What do you think he's thinking? Serena?
I think he's thinking about, like, when the Kaha birds give him, like, the fish, he's gonna pretend he doesn't know and then catch the Kaha bird.
Oh, so you think he is going to catch the Kaha bird? So who thinks like Serena? Who thinks that the fisherman will catch the Kaha bird for the 50 bags of gold? Go ahead and put up your hands. Oh, so Serena, Calvin, William, okay. All right, well, let's read on.
I changed my mind.
Oh, change your mind? All right, let's read on and to see our prediction. So girls, I'm gonna divide this in half. So I'm just gonna split it right down, almost in the middle. All right, so I will have Serena, you will read what I kind of circled in green. And then Ella, you can read the other half, okay?
The fisherman thought, if I had 50 bags of gold, I will be rich. But how can I betray the bird? He argued with himself until he finally agreed for gold. He blinded him so he cut.
Oh, let's go back. So he argued with himself until finally his greed
For gold binded him to the generosity of the bird. He told the Shah's crier about the Kaha bird and requested assistance in catching her. He asked for 400 men to help him. That evening, 400 servants followed fishermen home. They hid among the trees, and the fishermen set out a feast attempt to tempt the bird, which the kaha landed on a tree. The old man said, "Come dine with me, dear friend. I wish to express my gratitude." The kaha.
Excellent. I'm just going to stop you there and I'm just going to ask some questions now. Okay. Good reading. Thank you. All right, boys and girls. So what does betray mean? What does that word mean? Betray. Calvin?
It means like so like can I just like do for example? Like for example, like you said okay, I will give you like 20 million gold for one car, and you're like, okay, and then you get, and then and then someone just give you and then you just give him the car, and then he said, and then he will not give you the gold, and you will just say, why have you betrayed me? Like that.
Right. Yeah, so to betray somebody is kind of to go behind their back, right? Serena?
I have another example.
Go ahead.
Like for example, like you're in a team and you always help each other, but that person never helps you back, and he like betrays you. Like for example, like you work for the police officers, but that police officer arrested you because he was bad himself.
Good. Excellent examples. Right. Yes. So to betray somebody means that maybe you're going against your word. You're not being a very good friend. You're not being very honest. So you're kind of going back on your word. So to betray. All right. And there was another one that I wanted to ask. Let me see. Generosity. What does that mean? For generosity. Serena, I see your hand up.
It's like you're really generous and stuff.
Right? So generous, so you're giving, right? You're very kind, you're generous, you're sharing, and you're giving. Nice. And Serena, you just read for us, right? I'm getting you and Ella mixed up today. All right. Thank you, Serena. Ella, you can finish off our story.
The kaha, touched by the fisherman's kindness and attracted to the delicious meal, flew down to join him. Immediately, the fisherman grabbed the kaha by the feet and cried out to the servants to help him. The startled kaha spread her wings. She began to fly up with the fisherman pulling at her. A servant caught the fisherman by the feet, but the bird rose higher. A second and third servant grabbed onto the first until soon 400 servants hung by one another's feet as the kaha soared upward.
Oh my goodness. So all of these men and servants are going up in the air with the kaha bird. All right. Let's see. All right. And Dyson, do you want to read the last paragraph for us, please?
Okay. Looking down, the fisherman could barely see the river below. If he hadn't betrayed the kaha, he would not be in this predicament. There was but one thing to do. The fisherman let go of the great bird's feet, and servants The servants and the fishermen tumbled from the sky and landed in the river. It was many weeks before the fisherman had healed enough to fish again. Every day, the old fisherman looked up at the sky for a sign of beautiful silver bird, but the kaka was never seen again.
Excellent. Good job. Good reading, everybody. All right, so back to our essential question. So what was the message of this story? What was it trying to teach us? William, and then Serena, you'll be able to share next.
Well, it was like that greed will like you should think like well, you should think about the consequences of being greedy.
Good. I like that word that you used there, the consequences.
Yeah. And wanting something that is almost like a forlorn hope.
Good. Excellent, William. Thank you. That was great. Serena?
I think it's because, like, the fisherman betrayed the Kaha bird, and the Kaha bird thinks that he just did all of this to just only get 50 bags of gold, and she doesn't want to come back anymore.
Right. Right. I think that maybe the fisherman hurt the Kaha bird's feelings a little bit. Here, that bird was being so kind, wanting to help the fisherman, and the fisherman, like we use with the word that we've heard, betrayed her. Right? So he wasn't a very good person, the fisherman. Right? And then what happened? So the fisherman went through all that trouble to try to catch the Kaha, and what happened to him in the end? Did he become rich? No, he did not become rich. So what happened to our poor fisherman? Serena?
He fell into the river, so had to stay like in a hospital for a long time.
Yeah. So not only did he miss out on money, he hurt himself, and then he wasn't able to work either. So was it worth it?
No.
Should he have tried to catch that Kaha bird? No, it didn't seem like it was worth it. So my next question for you, boys and girls, is what would you tell the fisherman to convince him not to betray the Kaha bird? So what would you tell him to stop him from betraying the Kaha bird? Who would like to share? How could you have stopped the fisherman? So let's see. Dyson, how could you have stopped the fisherman from betraying the Kaha bird? What could you have said to him?
You'll hurt yourself because maybe the Kaha will try to escape by flying.
Good, yes, which is true. He could hurt himself. Good job. Ella, what do you think you would have said to the fisherman? To tell him not to go after the bird.
Because if he tries to capture the bird will not want to help him.
Good, yes, the bird might not want to help him anymore. Excellent. And Serena?
I think I would just hide into a bush and then scare him. And then I said, if you catch that Kaha bird, or if you even dare to try or even think of it, I will keep on scaring you.
So you would scare him into not doing it? Okay. All right. So great ideas, boys and girls.
Say what I was saying
Yes,
to him?
absolutely, Calvin.
Wait, it's love. So like I would just say to him this just like three words: cheaters. I mean betrayers never.
You were right the first time. Cheaters never.
Cheaters never get ahead.
Good. Yes, they never get ahead. That's right. He should have been honest and worked for his money rather than cheating to get ahead. Good
And
job.
I will say to him, so you see, you should. So on chapter 1, you shouldn't did that.
Yes, that's right. I think we can all agree that we would have told him not to do that because it wouldn't be worth it and to think about our consequences, like William mentioned before. So boys and girls, what we can expect for next week, because I just realized Dyson has joined us and he has his expository writing to share for us. Right, Dyson? You're all finished? Good. And I want you to be able to share that. But what we can expect, boys and girls, for next week is now we're going to be working on a narrative. So we just read, right, a story. And we know that this story is make-believe, right? It's not true. So you, boys and girls, our next task is to be able to write our own personal narratives and to be able to tell our own stories. So we worked on expository writing first and how to explain, but now we are going to be writing a narrative, okay? And that's what we are going to be working on together next week. So I don't want to introduce it now just because we'll have days away from each other and we have the weekend and I don't want us to forget. So Dyson, the last 5 minutes of our class is all dedicated to you because I would love for you to share your expository writing. Now, did you write it within the slides? Yes, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up now. And you joined our classroom and I know it was under a different name. Is this you here?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Your dad, okay.
I did it on the brainstorming slide.
On the brainstorming slide? Okay.
I mean the paragraph.
Here?
Yeah.
All right, let me just go ahead and put it in present mode. And when you're ready.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a whale jay? Well, today is your lucky day because a whale jay is the cross between a whale and a blue jay. It is a bird that can swim. It doesn't bite or annoy you with its chirps. When it gets hungry, it goes chirp. And I say it's a great pet.
All right, nice work, Dyson. So I'm gonna escape and I'm just gonna zoom in to go to our editing mode. Oh, I think I went in a little too far. There we go, perfect. All right, so have you ever heard of a whale jay? A whale jay. So a whale jay is a type of animal and it's the name. So if it's the name, Dyson, what do we have to do with our letters here? What has to happen to the W?
Capitalized.
Good, right? We need to capitalize. All right. So have you ever heard of the whale jay? I'm gonna go ahead and underline it. All right. Okay, then we put whelp. Is whelp a word, Dyson?
Yeah.
No, it's not quite a word. So what could we put instead of whelp?
You know.
So instead of whelp, you could say, well, and then we can put a comma. Today is your lucky day. Excellent. So that is a great introductory sentence. Then we have because. So, and this goes for everybody, boys and girls. I want to discourage you from starting sentences with because. So usually we don't start sentences with because or and. So we could start our sentence with a whale J, right? And so we need to put our capitals again. And here you want to describe to us what a whale J is, Dyson. So excellent. So you put a whale J is the cross between a whale and a blue jay. Good. It's a bird that can swim. So that's really impressive. So what's another detail that we could expand on about this? So your bird, it's a bird that can swim. What else could it do, Dyson?
I could dance with you.
It's a bird that can swim and also dance with you. Excellent. So you could put the whale J loves both music and water. Okay. Now, where does it live, Dyson? Would it live in a cage or in an aquarium?
Aquarium.
Oh, so it will need a tank, right? So the whale J will need to live in a fish tank in your home. Okay. How big is this whale J? Is it going to take up a lot of space in my house?
As big as a blue jay.
Oh, so it's as big as a blue jay. Phew, so it's not as big as a whale. So that's good to know. So you could even put not to worry. The whale J is not a large pet. It is about the same size as a blue jay. Good to know. So Dyson, see how all of these details brought your writing together. So now we know even more about your animal.
Yep.
Nice job. So boys and girls, details are super, super important when it comes to our writing, okay? So I just want to say, boys and girls, you all did a fabulous job. It has now come to the end of class, and I will see you all on Monday. So have a wonderful weekend.